Hello and welcome to the podcast that asks the question, what can the kids watch? What have the kids watched?
The kids have watched Back to the Future.
The Trilogy.
The Trilogy, yes.
Excellent. People definitely have the ick with Back to the Future. Certainly the first one.
A little bit of ick. Okay, so it was made in the 80s, and I remember watching it as a child, and I didn't even register it.
What? That his mother's
Well,
trying to sleep
at the
with him?
end, it's like it gets resolved, doesn't it?
It does, yes. You and I absolutely love the Back to the Future trilogy.
I think it's in my definite top 10 films.
As a complete, as three as one.
I think I like 2.
What, the best?
Yeah, and
Okay.
then 3, then 1.
Oh, wow, okay.
Which is probably a bit controversial. But,
Yeah.
I mean, the first one, it is a good film, but I think maybe I've seen more of the second one.
Okay.
Because when you saw them when you were younger, it was just what was on TV.
Well, this time round, I think the first one is the best one.
Oh, the hoverboard scene in the second one, come on.
Yeah, I know.
Everyone wants a hoverboard.
I know, but...
And it didn't happen.
But I as much as all three of them are perfect, I like the charm of the first one more, and there's a lot of elements in the second and third that are just
repeated.
Yeah, it's the same thing but different, which I'm absolutely not criticizing it for. I absolutely think it's perfect how they've done that. I think that's amazing, but nevertheless, those elements can't exist without the first one, and I think the first one wows you with how clever it is. That when you get to the second and third, it's like, yes, you can't wow me as much because I already expect this to be very clever, but the first one is like, the thought you've put into these films is wonderful. Little details like when you see the clock tower at the beginning, it isn't working obviously because of the lightning strike, but the ledge is intact. Then at the end, when you see the clock tower again, the ledge is broken because Doc Brown has been scrambling up on there and he's broke part of the ledge. And
Do you know what? I didn't even notice
there
that.
you go.
And it's that.
And then the pine.
Oh, the
thing.
2 Pines Mall.
Twin
Twin
Pines
Pines
Mall. And then Marty runs over one of Old Man Peabody's pine trees. So when he comes back,
It's Lone
Pine Mall.
I noticed that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like little things that he's changed the future.
And I love that in the future, Goldie, well, it's not the future, the present, sorry, Goldie Wilson is the mayor. Mm-hmm. And then when he goes back in time, he meets Goldie Wilson as this little tiny bit where he actually seeds the idea that he will be mayor. And he's like, oh, that's a really good idea. But he's just a black guy cleaning up in a sort of a little cafe. And it's the 1950s, so he's obviously not treated very well as a member of the black community. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to be the mayor. That's a great idea. So I like those little seeded ideas. So yeah, I'm not criticising 2 and 3 because I think they're just fucking wonderful films. But it does all have to start with the first one as the jumping block. But yes, hoverboards are wonderful, and shithole alternative 1985, like Biff Tannen run 1985, is grim as fuck, and I love it. I love how horrible it is. I love how Biff's just allowed biker gangs to rock up and roam free. I like that his asshole friends from school are now like his hanger-on enforcers. One of them is Billy Zane, of course. That's fun. But that is, I mean, and oh my god, Tom Wilson.
He's such a good actor as Biff Tannen.
Yeah.
But then he's supposed to be like this lovely guy.
He is a lovely man in real life, apparently.
But he's the worst bully in these films.
But he doesn't get enough credit because the amount of characters he plays over those films. Because so we first meet him as 1985. Biff still Biff Tannen. He's still an arsehole. He's a piece of shit. He bullies George. So we got that one. Then we see that same Biff Tannen as a teenager. He's still a piece of shit. Then, because of what happens, when we go back to 1985, we then get doormat
Yeah,
Biff Tannen.
kissing ass.
Yeah, but then that Biff Tannen in the second one, we get to see him as an old man in 2015, and then we get to go back to alternative Biff 1985, where he's basically Donald Trump, and then you've got and in the future in 2015, you've also got him playing Griff Tannen, his insane nephew.
With an implant. Does he have an implant or something?
Yeah, he's got robotic implants. He's not his nephew, sorry. He's his grandson, because he calls him Gramps. And then, in Back to the Future 3, he's Mad Dog Tannen.
Oh, you can't say that.
No, he doesn't like it, does he?
No.
It's Buford. Buford Mad Dog Tannen.
He shoots people for
He does, yes. Shoots people for all kinds of bullshit. He's marvellous and does so much with that character over those films. Everyone in it is marvellous. They're so good. The kids, they proper... Like, I don't think we were intending to show them all three. We just showed them the first one. Then when that DeLorean takes off and flies at the screen, they were like, oh my God, is there another one? And we're like, yes, there is. With the flying car. Yes, there's another one with the flying car. When can we watch that? And as I recall, we just stuck on Back to the Future 2 right away for them. And then we did Back to the Future 3, did Back to the Future 3 the following day. And they just thought they were utterly wonderful. And it was such a big thing for them because they're really big fans of a cartoon called Teen Titans Go. And Teen Titans Go do movie parodies all the time. And they're clearly made by people of our age because it's all movie parodies from like the 80s and 90s. So there was moments that they saw in Back to the Future, they were like, oh, that's in Teen Titans Go. I understand what that is now. So that's really nice. It's nice for us to contextualise Teen Titans Go for them.
Well, one of them wanted to make a hoverboard. So they got loads of stuff out the recycling and made one. That was quite cute.
Yeah, but then you say, what do you do with this now?
Yeah, it's just a pile of rubbish gathering dust in the corner.
But kids always love hoverboards.
Well, yeah.
Dangerous though, if it
those
was
things
real.
that they're called hoverboards now.
And they're just on two wheels.
Yeah, they're not hoverboards. Well, what I like about the Back to the Future trilogy is your actions have consequences.
Of course.
And what Doc Brown says is the future is whatever you make it, so make it a good one.
Yes.
And don't be an arsehole.
Biff being an arsehole does win in one universe.
Yeah. Maybe. Michael J. Fox is brilliant.
He is. I'm glad it's Michael J. Fox and
not Eric Stoltz.
Eric Stoltz was fired because for those who don't know, Michael J. Fox was not. He was the first choice, but he wasn't available. So Eric Stoltz shot like 80% of the film, and they were like, "This is not working." So they had to fire him, and they just went to Michael J. Fox, and he was the reason he couldn't do it originally is because the sitcom he was on, which I think was called Family Ties, and they said, "Well, look, we'll work around your schedule."
So there's a lot of night shoots.
I think it was all night shoots.
So
there is daylight scenes, but there aren't many. And he looks knackered. Michael J. Fox is knackered in that first film, and you can see that he is, but it works because it's like, yeah, that's the stress of you don't travel back in time ordinarily, and you don't get to go back in time and meet your parents and have your mother try and jump your bones.
Well, what I like about it is that it changes his mum and dad's personalities.
Yes.
For the better.
Yeah.
Like, his mum's a bit of an alcoholic and kind of regretting her life choices in the first 1985. And the dad's a bit of a wimp that won't stand up for himself.
Unfortunately, he's just a loser.
Yeah, whereas because of his interaction, his mum is much more confident.
The siblings are better as well.
Yeah.
His brother and sister are much more confident people and look like they've got better jobs as well by the end of it.
And then his dad's like an author, and
he's probably been working away in another job as well, biding his time until he's got published, I think.
Interesting though, they're still in the same house.
Yes.
I mean, there's a few things that...
I don't dislike the house, to be honest. It's a thing in American films where you get and in TV shows as well, where they're like, oh, oh, we're low income and we've got no money. It's like, your house is fucking huge. Sitcom families who are on the shit tip have bigger houses than what we live in, and we're doing fine. But I don't understand why sitcom and movie families always have gigantic houses. Probably just to fit the camera crew.
Probably, and take the wall out.
Yeah, probably. But it looks like an alright house. It's fine. I think it's weird.
What's weird?
I think it's weird that George McFly hires his wife's potential rapist as a handyman at the end of Back to the Future. George gets the confidence he needs by preventing Biff from raping Lorraine. And he does this by fucking socking him right in the face. He spins round and he falls flat on his arse and he's unconscious. And that's the defining moment. And then, in the future, they've got him waxing the car, and I suspect doing other odd jobs.
No, he's an auto detailer. That's what he does.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
According to the back of the matchstick box.
Okay.
Because that changes. Because it's Biff's casino.
And
then it's Biff's auto dealing.
Well done.
Or detailing
well
or
done.
something like that.
But he still hires him.
That's true.
And he's all like, oh, that Biff, what a character. And it's like, oh, if it wasn't for him, we never would have met. It's like,
or maybe it's like, I'm keeping you on your short leash. I mean, maybe I'm keeping him on a short leash so he can't get up to any mischief.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he keeps him close. It's like, well, I can punch him if he tries to rape another woman. He tried it once. It's not beyond him. George McFly, the saviour of women all over Hill Valley.
Oh, George McFly, the nice guy.
Well, he is now. I mean, he was always a nice guy.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a bad person when he's a dork. In fact, that's possibly his problem. He's too nice. But he gets that backbone and he's punches out his school bully, and it's like, yes, now I've got the confidence to get Lorraine and kiss her on the dance floor, and she's obviously enamoured with him now because he saved her life.
I do love that scene. I love the dance scene.
Yeah.
Because I love Johnny B. Good when he's.
Yes, yeah. Earth Angel's a nice song as well.
Not as good. Johnny B. Good.
Well, it's a nice song for them to kiss.
Yeah.
I also like how they work the score into the end of the music as they kiss. There's a nice triumphant moment that the score. The Earth Angel melds into a triumphant version of the score, and it's lovely.
Well, speaking about music,
yes,
my favourite song, probably of all time, is "The Power of Love"
by fair enough.
Huey Lewis and the News.
Yeah.
And I told someone when I was a teenager, my favourite song is "The Power of Love," and they didn't realise it was that version. They presented me with a Jennifer Rush version of "The Power of Love," and I was a bit disappointed.
There's other versions.
I think Celine Dion did one as well.
And, what are they called? Frankie Goes to Hollywood?
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I should have said... Specified which one. But, yeah, Huey Lewis.
So the kids they were on it. They were like, no, don't kiss her.
No, she's your mum.
Oh my God, no. And hiding their eyes. Cringing. But having fun with it.
Yeah.
And they could see where it was going. And they were absolutely enamoured with all the time travel elements. And then I was worried with the second one, when you get to Alternative 1985, the Biff Tannen success story 1985. I was a bit worried because obviously Lorraine's had a massive boob job. Mm-hmm. And I was concerned I was going to have to answer questions about what that was. Nothing came up.
No.
They just seemed to understand it was different for some reason, and no one questioned me.
But mentioning Thomas F. Wilson earlier doing lots of different roles.
Yes.
Michael J. Fox did a lot of different roles in the second one. He played his daughter
and his son, yeah.
And then in the third he plays
Seamus McFly, yes.
Yeah. So he's had to.
Yeah, he does as well, and that is true. And let's focus on the third one. Mm-hmm. Fucking cowboys. It's amazing.
Who doesn't want to play cowboys? That's
Well,
awesome.
yeah. But also, who doesn't love a great big old school steam locomotive?
Yeah, I mean, that was quite clever that they decided to use that as a time machine at
Yes.
the end. And
I think Mary Steenburgen is the...
Clara Clayton.
yeah, I think she's a very welcome addition to the cast. It's
Yes.
nice. It's nice that in the third one they broke with the slightly repetitive tradition and brought in a new character that is not just a new character, a love interest for the Doc.
Yeah.
You can absolutely tell that Christopher Lloyd will have looked at that script and gone, yes, this is something else. This is the Doc falling in love. We've not in the other films dealt with this. He doesn't seem to understand he understands what love is, but he understands it from a scientific point of view rather than in a rational sense. And to see him fall in the way that so many of us have, it's just really nice. And she described him as being like very puppy doggish, and it's like, yeah, he is. That is how he plays it. It's lovely. Their relationship is genuinely charming, and it's very upsetting when they have that falling out because he tells her the truth. And of course, why would she believe him? And she thinks he's just making up bullshit to get rid of her, and feels like, oh, you don't respect me enough to tell me the truth. You're just spinning this bullshit about time travel. And it's really sad. It's really sad to see them separate for that little bit.
But then that's the worst thing that can happen.
Yeah,
And then
it all
works
works out
in the end.
And it's lovely. And once again, got to the end of all three films, and the kids wanted more. I was like, there isn't more.
We can start it from the beginning again.
Yeah, that's it. There's a cartoon series that's okay, and there's the footage you can watch from the ride, which we did.
Oh, speaking of the ride,
Yes.
I went on the ride a few times when I went to America in the early 90s,
Mm-hmm.
and actually went in the noughties. And I remember it's like a virtual reality one where you're in the car and the car moves with you on the screen.
Yeah, you're watching a screen. You're
Yeah.
not actually going anywhere. You're on a rig moving about.
Yeah, and Biff's stolen a time machine. You've got to like bash him with
Yeah.
it. And the last time I went on one, I saw it was getting closed down, and I was actually really gutted about it because it was my favourite for over like 15 years.
Yeah.
And I know progress has to be made, and a lot of kids now probably haven't seen Back to the Future, so it's not as relevant as it was.
Well, my manager told me the other day that when he went, it was closed, so he'd missed the Back to the Future ride, and they were turning it into the Simpsons ride, but they hadn't yet turned it into the Simpsons ride, so he didn't get either of them.
Oh, well, that's a shame.
Which he was like, I'd have been happy with either. He was like, I think he was like, would have been more happy with Back to the Future, but if he'd got the Simpsons, that would have been okay as well. But he didn't get any. It was just turned up in the middle of production, I guess. The transitional period, and it was like, nah, nothing for you.
No, but still.
And I've never been on the Simpsons ride or the. In fact, I've never been to America, so I wouldn't have gone on a Back to the Future ride at all. Never mind.
One day.
No,
Well, not one day for a Back to the Future ride, but one day to America.
no, I mean, no.
Okay, fair enough.
It's three lovely films.
And also there's a moral story or lesson. Just don't give a shit about what people say to you. If they call you chicken, so what?
Well, yeah, because that's not in the first one, is it? That's very much part of 2 and 3. The don't call him. Nobody calls me chicken.
He doesn't
thing.
like people like belittling him.
Yeah, I mean, in the first one, it's more about he's got his dad's attitude of I don't want to put myself out there so much in
I'm
case
afraid
someone
of
says
failure.
I'm no good.
Yeah, when he's doing the band.
Yes,
He does the band thing and they say,
I will say he's doing more than his dad is.
yeah,
He's trying, but yeah, he definitely has that real fear of failure, which
so
is
why bother?
yeah, which is sad. But I've been there. There's stuff I haven't done for fear of failure, and there's things I've done and was still afraid of failure, but I did it regardless,
Yeah.
and it failed, but it was okay because it's like, right, well, just
At least you
try
tried.
again. Let's try something else. And some things I've done them afraid of failing and has completely succeeded. So, yeah, we can all relate to Back to the Future. And I don't think anyone should be bothered that there's a big element where the mother is trying to have sex with her son.
No, the kiss, but then
yeah,
she says,
instant,
it's like kissing my brother.
She
and
realises,
but so it doesn't get that far.
It's no, I know, but it's an element in the film that I think people have made out to be bigger than it is.
I think maybe people would have more of a problem with Biff assaulting Lorraine.
Yeah. Which, you know,
you
should have a problem with
and you're
Biff.
rooting for George. You just hit him already.
Yeah. Because Marty's been dragged away by Biff's goons.
And locked in the boot.
Yeah. So I'm perfectly happy to say that, yes, we absolutely should recommend Back to the Future trilogy to your children. It's important, I would say. The lessons you can learn from those films can set you up for life.
Yeah, I agree.
God, I remember. I suppose I would have been 7 or 8, maybe 6 when I saw them, or saw the first one. I definitely had seen the first one, and then 2 and 3 were on the way. So yeah, they're important films, and I think if maybe the first one is a little too grown up for them, you then get your big old sci-fi futuristic hoverboard one in the second one, and then you get your cowboy movie in the last one, and they're just lovely, lovely films with performers who I wish had more of an impact than they actually did. I think Leah Thompson could have been an A-list actress, and she just isn't. And good God, Tom Wilson, his career, he's never stopped working, but once again, he should have been an A-list actor. And Michael J. Fox unfortunately struck down with his Parkinson's, and that is horrific and very sad, and nothing that anyone can do about that. And Christopher Lloyd, I think as time went on, I think you started to see less and less of Christopher Lloyd.
He's getting on a bit now, though.
Yeah, but I'm talking by the late 90s.
He was in The Addams Family.
Which was the early 90s.
And what else has he been in?
Yeah, see, there you go. He's still in things. I'm not saying these people don't have careers. They've got better Hollywood careers than I have.
They should have had more recognition.
But I think the problem is that that franchise is so enormous that I think people ultimately mainly just want them to be those characters. And that happens to so many that the film became bigger than they were.
But then Michael J. Fox has been in quite a few.
He has.
Films.
He's been in some great films. Doc Hollywood is really good. The Secret of My Success.
Didn't you Casualties of War? Casualties
of War is utterly amazing.
But not one for the kids.
No. It's a Vietnam War film. It's a brilliant. Michael J. Fox said he's glad he made it, but he said he'd never make another film like it because of how heavy it was. Mm-hmm. To use Marty's vernacular. But once again, I think they all should have had stronger careers based on the obvious talent that is on display in those 3 movies. But once again, it's not that they don't have careers. They're obviously doing fine. They're well off. Everyone's happy.
Maybe they didn't want to be.
Maybe they didn't. But I wish for more from them, and I often felt like, oh, why is Tom Wilson not in more stuff? And I found him in odd things here and there, but I think he should have been a much bigger star than he was.
But anyway, we salute them all.
Yes.
By recommending this film.
Yes, absolutely.
3 films.
Yes, the trilogy. Lovely. Well, yes.
If you can, show kids the Back to the Future trilogy.
It's on TV all the time. It's regular sort of holiday viewing, isn't it? Like whether it be Christmas or Easter. they're quite popular. They're on about, but yeah, just get your kids in front of them. As I say, the lessons to be learned from them, it's priceless. Okay, so that's it for this week.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for listening, and goodbye.
See you later.